two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes the Broncos get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short gain.
Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on them.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Sean McKeon. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in Vegas. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a play fake. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They go with Jacobs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Carr to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to... their own 15.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Cowboys 6, Raiders 0.
Prescott on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to try the right side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Prescott to throw on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The final shot here before half for Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Carr. And he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw his Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense once again up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run left with Pollard. He'll take this to the 46.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Complete to Josh Jacobs. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr gonna throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott here to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And again, it's Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Marr now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Big strides. Look at him go. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing here, Prescott. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. One final try now for Carr. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
Really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the ice and I'm up in the score. I catch a
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. The kick Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Second down, Jacobs once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Play action now. Winston sliding out of the pocket. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble, and gets him a 1st down.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Kamara. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Winston. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They go with Jacobs. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. On play action, Winston. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play fake. Winston. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
And I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on the target point. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and 1. to throw here. He hits Adams complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. You're down a couple of scores like this, CD. You can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
So many times we talk about plays, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
23 yards to pick up there.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Winston. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Fourth down, Winston. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Carr now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Guys, you got this. It's win.
Now on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the 1st half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half here. Winston looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson taking off for Las Vegas.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because
it's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. That's for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. That is Saints on it, but it didn't seal the deal. It's been a struggle for him at 40 yards in this game passing the football, so that's a lot of trying to check it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Again, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time. It's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Stidham on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jarrett Stidham scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10.
Raiders 10. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, in that type of throw, this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Jameis now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action now. Winston. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 65 yards. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is at 19 here. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 to 1. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Winston. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, Carr. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's a gain of 56 yards. And first down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Carr now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Now Carr again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they work this out past the 25. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. Fighting through, and he's got space. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the up.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better.
He's got him in, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe or extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the time as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
My Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the wrenches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. the ground as Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. On play action, now Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll start the drive with Harris. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackle shy of the 10. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. This is fielded at the 27th. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw his Carr. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Throwing now is Carr. The open, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Harris running straight ahead. Down to the 25. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. On 2nd and 9. Pickett setting up the screen. Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room.
And this throw will be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He hits Adams, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Rocky Sin there to make the tackle. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken from about the 12. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10. They're on 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pickett now from the gun here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he is going to have the Steelers' first down, as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. They hand this off to Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They run with Harris. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Pickett will look to throw it here. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Throwing his car on third down. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Carr now on first down. Back to Renfro again, complete. 4 yards remain for second down. Now Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Carr to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Matthias Farley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Big loss here as he's taken down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Back to throw. Pickett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white. 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take a quarter meal, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the doje, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of pocket. pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't Monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all get it. Jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drought. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house. Venting in the safe. Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim in my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies subtracting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Hold up.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for steady. When you show your show no credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? The gossip. What the fuck is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like overdog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone.
Amir Abdullah on return. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. counter play with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They go with Jacobs, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Jameis now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Play action now, Winston. He'll buy some time right. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Play fake. Winston. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's got some space here. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. 34 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
After the sack on first down, Winston looking left side, and it's complete. Room here to run. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're...
Touchdown, Saints! Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Raiders 7. Will Lutz will kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely loved what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gets around him. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders Tigers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. And we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They go play action. Winston. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have moved out in front. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning the perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down to the 36-yard line here. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 36-yard line.
Carr now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. Oh, bowls over him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one, and here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This is caught. Touchdown! Darren Waller with a touchdown grab for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and ended, touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they thought they didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On play action, Winston. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 44. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, "I want to play mistake-free football." Well, that just went out the window a little bit.
Hey, dude, remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out through.
And Winston lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a 6 and a Raider touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Jameis to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's good. For Las Vegas. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now receiver in motion left. Jacobs will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run it with Jacobs. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as they have taken the lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Raider first down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception to go to.
What's got him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 now. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Carr. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that was certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Winston now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. And the Raiders have got him. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you can earn the right to rush the passer, and they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And some room to run now. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Max Crosby able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Uses the stiff arm.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
15 yards on the play. And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Carr going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 28. Daniel Carlson taking off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
First down, Saints.
Jameis now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
4th down, Winston. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Room for Jacobs there on 1st down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
Running it with Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They looked like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.